Kids love making music, but they lose interest when they start realizing how much work it takes. So we have to get them on board with the big picture. In this video, we're going to get into three things: how we can build a student's anticipation for the whole program, adjusting our expectations to be realistic, and how to create upcoming lessons that meet your students' actual needs. Let's get into building anticipation. Our students might be excited when they first start piano lessons, but that energy goes away when they get into the routine. So we want a visual way to remind them of everything that they're going to learn. In my studio, I made a thumbnail for each song that I'll be teaching during that quarter. I like using Canva for this. It's very easy to put together graphics. It's like a nice little creative outlet. It helps me start thinking about the music I'll be teaching that quarter. Each one of these songs in the chart can be taught to a beginner or an intermediate player, so no one feels left out that they won't be able to play the songs that are on the chart. Spotify playlists are a great way of building anticipation. I like to send a link to the parents and tell them it's a listening assignment for the week. The student needs to listen to it sometime during the week. I want them to be very familiar with the music that I want to teach them. Since the same music can be taught to everyone, it gives students that are taking private lessons a sense of being part of the group. They kind of know that everyone's learning the same kind of stuff. I have a bulletin board where a checklist is posted for each student, so that's motivating. They can check off a song that they've learned from or point out all the songs that they've listened to, so it's a good way to visualize all the songs. Which brings me to our second point. We want to celebrate our students' successes with realistic expectations. Sometimes teachers may feel that a student hasn't succeeded until they've completed the assignment, even if they're learning a lot along the way. On the other hand, overly celebrating every little thing that the student does, that can distract attention away from making real progress. We want to find a balance that keeps your students moving forward. That's why I put a little note section in the checklist. Students can check off the box because they did something small with that song, but you can accurately track exactly what they did. When you keep the records accurate like this, it gives you a chance to coordinate students to put together, like for a duet, or to help them stay on track to watch every tutorial in the song list. If you'd like a copy of the checklist and thumbnail chart, you can find a link to a free printable version in the video description. And if you're enjoying this content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm excited to share more resources for teachers in the future. If we want to create meaningful musical experiences in every lesson, we really need to understand what our students need as we plan ahead. One of the best ways to do that is to see things from their perspective. These days, a lot of young people love learning piano through YouTube tutorials. But we know they need more than that to really develop the skills and understanding that they're after. That's why the piano tutorials on this channel are designed with teachers in mind. When you learn the pop songs here, you'll get a feel for what your students go through when they're trying to figure out music on their own. Plus, with the Piano Hub Studio license, you get access to worksheets that match the tutorials, making the lesson planning really easy. But don't just take my word for it. Check out this video tutorial and grab a free worksheet to try it out for yourself.